So what the fuck was we talking about?
The goodness of blossoming from young artists to mature artists. So it's like when you start out as a young artist,
Little dude
I'm talking
eating low food.
and you take your time to grow, because a lot of people don't grow to this. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Well, it's like a seed, obviously planted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Water it, season's right, give it the sun,
Yeah.
and it becomes something crazy when you get older. So we all took we all took a break. Can we say we all took a break? I mean, we all stayed with music,
Much needed break.
but we took a break, and it's crazy when you come back to it and you realize how much you missed it,
Yeah.
Word.
how good you were at it, because it always pops in your brain, but you don't. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm dope. Sometimes I feel like I can't write a bad flow because I'm not out to put out a bad flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel the same with y'all.
Shit,
Never
it
had no
dep-
whack shit.
With me, it depends on what headspace I'm in. Because I've written some shit that wasn't meant to be put on a beat because I walk that thin line of poetry and making songs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
sometimes I write some shit that wasn't meant for me to put on as a track. It's just something that I wrote because I had to get that shit out of my brain.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can use it. I use it a lot for therapy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's going to be heard on my album. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? There's a lot of therapy and figuring things out. And like you said, you know, planting that seed, but, you know, you got to water it. And what's that water? Living, experiencing,
Yeah.
you know, failures, triumphs. And then
Yeah.
can you artistically, you know, put it in sound and word form and make it fire without going overboard trying to show something that you're not.
Yeah, man.
I think that's what I was doing. I was lacking. I was kind of like neglecting my artistic expression. And then you came to me like, yo, you know, I got a brand new track. You know, I want you to get on. Heard the beat, and it just inspired me. It lit that spark back in me. You know. It's
Ain't
been
crazy how that happens?
Word. It's been 2 years since I really wrote something, but
Yeah.
I know in my mind I never lost it. Like we never lost it. You know what I mean? We might take a little hiatus and take a little break, but we know we still got it. You know what I mean? We got life happens.
Yeah.
We got kids. We got work. We got jobs. We got shit we got to do. So we take that break sometimes, but it's never gone.
Nah,
You
it's
know
a
what I
part
mean?
of us.
Word.
It's part of your DNA
Word.
at this point.
That's
You
a
know what I mean?
fact.
Therapy.
Word.
That shit is therapy.
Word
Facts,
up,
man. Facts.
So what y'all been up to as grown men? You know what I'm saying? We've been riding out for 20 plus, 30 years.
Yeah.
So what's going on now in life, fellas?
You know me, you know, taking care of my kids, that's my number one thing. You know what I mean? My old ass has some young babies, but they keep me vital, they keep me young, they keep me active.
Yeah.
And that's just something that I needed. You know, I'm blessed.
It's your blessing.
That's my blessing right there. That's a fact. But just work, kids, you know, back in the booth with y'all is, you know what I mean, just another
Magic.
It's just another blessing as well, you know, to get back in there, man. It feels good. You know what I mean?
How does it feel to go from you said in one of your raps recently, what you say, ex-trapper to, what'd you say?
Ex-trapper, well,
Next chapter.
transition of an ex-trapper.
Trapper.
Let's see what's next after. Time to grow. Let's go to the next chapter.
So
it wasn't
speak
easy,
on
lots
that.
of stress after.
Speak on being like from the streets and really living that, you know what I mean? And then
It's a hard transition, man. Like, I still battle it now. Sometimes
too,
I get that
son.
urge, like, yo, you know, you see things and you're like, man, it's just one more little goal. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
yo, you know what's crazy, not to cut you off, but me being the type of person that I always interact with mad different people, and sometimes people gravitate towards me. My hardest thing is plugs always gravitate towards me.
Yeah, I seen it.
Like, yo,
I be seeing it. Yo, Cap.
yo, Cap, you sure you? I'm like, nah, bro, that's not my world. Like, not even in the slightest. That's my battle
Word.
with that shit, man.
That's crazy.
They're like, Cap was a good one. Come on, we gonna get him back. We gonna get him back active.
Yo, somebody
Word.
came to news when we did the joint at Harris Hill.
Yeah.
Somebody came up there and approached me like, yo, let me holler at you. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like, really?
Wow.
That's
Word.
not me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but that's something that, you know, I played a part in that output. So it comes back. You just got to learn how to dodge and weave it. You know what I mean?
It feels better though, like you get the, like, you know, you just can sleep better at night. You don't have no
Word.
worries, that anxiety. You know what I mean? That's just like, it's just a different, like a feeling, a blessed feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel more at peace than I ever been.
And money ain't as important as we used to think it is.
It's not.
Like, yes, it's vital, but it ain't worth going back up
Hell
top.
no.
You know,
Missing your people.
when you was young and in the hood, it just felt like it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you could see the stress in your mom's eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the reality is money isn't your enemy, though.
Pull
You
that
know what
mic a
I'm
little
saying?
bit closer, brother.
Money is not your enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just at the time when you want things, and who doesn't want things?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get them. So it's crazy because me now, growing and getting older, I used to think money was the enemy. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized that it can make things easier.
They can. Yeah.
So what I do is look at people that make it, study them, and then go out and do the same thing. Because
That's deep.
when you think about it, it's abundant. It's so abundant. It's everywhere.
like-
damn it, there's more money than there's damn near anything.
Yeah.
I mean, besides stars and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the reality
Shit, the
is,
way they be printing money, there
Yeah,
might
they
be
just
more.
printing. Word.
Just about to say that, man.
might be infinite. You know what I mean? It may be infinite.
Word.
As
Ain't
long as-
no gold behind it anymore.
Yeah.
as man.
Niggas got dummy
So-
dollars.
They got monopoly money.
Yeah.
So my main thing is to raise my kids not by the path of what is supposed to be normal,
Yeah.
but to pull them back, look and see, and let your brain figure out what's normal.
That's deep.
Because if you don't, then you jump in the
rat race.
99%.
Yeah. You got to
be
find
stuck
your own
behind.
path, man.
And I'm gonna tell you, it's hard. I think it's hard for us because when you get put in a position when you're growing and you want things and you want to get things, you know, it gets stuck.
Yeah.
But if you catch them while they're young, so before that bad habit is built, which is hard because you got to work that bad habit out of you. Matter of fact, the bad habit won't even be out of you, but you got to teach.
You got to
it to
fight
somebody
against
else.
it.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, man.
So I'm an entrepreneur. I don't stop.
Word.
I don't
dope.
quit.
That's so
I
dope.
won't stop.
Son up. Shit, the other day I was telling my son Tone, I was like, damn, man, you know, I'm really thinking about, remember how we was talking about downsizing this side of the studio so I can cut some of my bills down? I was like, because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of making all this money, and at the end of the month, that shit be gone. He was like, look, Dad, you the one that told me we don't give up. He was like, I think you need to step up your productivity. He was like, and maybe figure out ways to make it work because you did so much to get it there. And I was like, you know what?
Damn, that's G.
I'm gonna
right
try
there.
that. I'm gonna try that because sometimes you get frustrated, you get tired, you want relief from whatever the stress is and shit, right? But hearing my junior say that, I was like, damn, he done gave me back what I threw out in the world.
Jules, proud moment.
Yeah, he said at least try it to the end of 2024. I was like, damn, I can't even debate this shit.
Gave you a timetable too.
Tone is a smart nigga, man.
They all are, man. They all hustlers too. They don't watch they pops hustle, grind, no complaining, no up, down, sick, and health. So how the fuck can I not repeat? You know what I mean?
And that's being rich in itself right there. That's wealth right there.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Those moments, like we talk about what we can purchase and stuff, but you know, where do your riches lie in those moments?
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
all
it is.
blessed, man. There's a lot of blessings in this room right here,
Too
man.
blessed, man.
Hell
Too
yeah.
blessed.
Somebody said to me last night, they said, you ever just feel blessed like you? And he's like, not everybody here.
Yeah.
Talking about you.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah.
I do every day.
I said, and I'm going to tell you why. I said, because there was a time I believed that other people had things because I wasn't as smart as them.
Yeah.
I believed that where I came from, I couldn't have that. But then I realized, and I'm a good ass person.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah,
You know what
Roy.
I'm saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
I'm a good ass person.
Yeah.
So with that
Beautiful
being
soul.
said, I feel like I deserve. I know I deserve.
Yeah.
If there's anything that I want, I can get it. You know what I'm saying? If you
That's
really
real,
want it,
man.
visualize, manifest,
Manifest
go
that
for
thing.
it.
Yeah.
And where I started, where we started from where I'm at and to where I'm at now, it's not like I go home and I live in this lavish, you know what I'm saying? But where I'm at from where I came from is I'm blessed.
You
just to
living
have
good.
that. I'm just, no,
You
just-
living.
I'm blessed just to have that. And there's
Yeah.
hard days, you know, money's always a factor thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I look at my kids, I look at my life, and I know one thing, y'all, I ain't gonna stop.
Word.
So
Word.
Word
put
up.
you where you
I
wanna be.
feel like all of like each generation, like we get better. We do our kids better than we was done. You know what I'm saying? That's the object. Nothing against our parents because they did as best as they could,
Yep.
the best
They
as they
did.
knew how to do.
Yeah.
And then we learn from them and their mistakes, and then we just try to, put it so our kids will never have to go through what we had to.
Real
Yeah.
shit.
You know what I mean?
I
And
think
that's a blessing. Like we all blessed.
Word.
You know what I
That's a
mean?
big difference in with us too. I think a lot of times too, our parents, that generation, like they took a lot of their parents' bad habits, right?
All of them.
Like,
Generations.
They took so many
Yeah.
of them, and we are. I don't know if it came. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's our generation, y'all. Sorry, we were the generation that looked at what our parents did and was like,
Fuck that.
Yeah, nah.
yeah, I'm not doing that.
Because think about it, we
That's a
got the
paradigm shift in
best
itself.
of their good habits. Because we're more, in my opinion, we were more like on point, laser focused, and intellectual, whether we was in the streets or not. So right now, we can all say that there's a lot of good qualities of our parents that we took. There's some of the bad qualities that are inherently in us. But we, you know what I'm saying, we elevated the whole shit. So our kids, we filtering the bullshit out for our kids.
You know what sucks about that is I can imagine these or we are what our great grandparents were.
Yeah.
Because they were survivors. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So in the generations, it gets lost. You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, even black folks can feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? When things start to change. But I know,
Especially these fucking kids
in
today.
the past, trust me, our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents were all thinkers. They were all people that wanted to do more. It's just our certain generations got trapped up in what it was at the time. You know what I mean? And
Well, think about it. The generation before us, like our parents, they can probably be correlated to these kids now today too, because it went from the generation before them not really having shit to building more for them. So then they grew some form of entitlement, right? So that's the era we're in now too with a lot of these kids. Like a lot of these kids don't know what it feels like to really survive off of food stamps and not have shit because the generation that we come from made it better for them.
yes.
Yep.
So they're not really seeing a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them things. Tone said something to me again about some dude he seen on like Instagram or something said basically he didn't want to spoil his kids because he wants his kids to know what it feels like to struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you almost rob your kids of experience when you give them too much.
Yeah.
That nigga said to me once, Tone was like, Dad, thank you for always making me earn what you have given to me.
Yeah, you can teach it. You can still teach it without making them struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between struggling and learning. You know what I'm saying? Like, rather than just spoiling your kids and you just teaching them, but they don't have to go through the same struggles.
Yeah.
None of our kids should have to go through the same bullshit that we had to go through. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of it though is because our generation is the why.
Yeah.
Why is that generation? Like I feel like our parents' generation was the follow and do what you're told generation. Like all the all of the correction we got from even being inquisitive about what's going on here. Like I ain't got to explain nothing to you. Hold that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I told you to.
Yeah, and then we take that though, and we were able to filter it to our kids as part of the process of teaching. Here's why I need you to do X, Y, and Z so you can get this right here. What this is going to do for you in the future is this. So this is where I'm standing with my line in the sand.
Yeah.
That's
My
deep,
dad
man.
was good at that. My
know
dad
what I'm
used to,
saying?
before he was our buddy, he used to explain.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
did that too. I did, and then I talked to you afterwards.
Yep.
Shit, I don't remember him ever whooping me.
You know
I think
why?
I was so scared of
I'll
him
tell
that
you
he
why.
ain't never have to
Look,
whoop
we
me.
used to get our buzz whipped at the same time most of the time, right? No, I'm gonna tell you.
Damn, I'm
Listen, I'ma tell you.
traumatized. That shit.
And my dad would come in and he'd be like, "Sons, sit down. Better get your butt whipped. Who's going first?"
Oh yeah, I
Well,
do
guess
remember
what?
the going
Shit,
first.
I remember the
Listen,
going first
you know
too.
what? I would always say me. Guess what though? He always would hit me last too before he left the room.
Oh man. Oh you
Oh, you tough, huh? You the tough one.
you
huh?
want to go first?
Do you like
First
violence and
and
fried chicken?
You gonna go first and last.
I'm gonna hold my little bro down. I'm gonna take this.
And I kept going first. It was probably like 3 times, but you know what I'm saying. But even still, I'm like, Dad, I'll do it. Give it, bow.
The little nigga got heart.
Little
Little nigga got heart. You ain't gotta be black to be heart. Yeah.
Shoot.
Damn, man.
I can tell you guys a true story that I don't know. Sorry, because I go out on a tangent.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shut you down if you get too out there.
Let me tell you,
That's
this is
my
a true
job.
story. Just put me in a nutshell. All right, when I think we went to Probably Corbin School.
Yeah.
And they used to hold these after school cooking classes. Right
At the rec or
at the rec. And I remember this 2-3 day span at home. We didn't have no food, and we was hungry.
like literally no food.
No food. And we was going to school every day. Lunch was your food. You know what I mean? And I remember I couldn't wait to that cooking class to the end of the week. And the cooking class, it was making French toast. Now, that day, I was hungry as hell. I'm sitting in the class. They teach us how to make the French toast. And I don't know where Kurt was, but my brother...
Probably out stealing or
They
something.
wasn't with me, right? And I was starving. They put cinnamon on the French toast, powdered sugar. Ooh. I just learned how to make it. And they set the food down in front of me. And they was like, go ahead. And I was like, nope. Yeah. They was like, what? Eat. You're clearly hungry.
My brothers ain't
right?
here.
That's my brothers ain't here.
Wow, that's so dope.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I remember we got food stamps the next week. That's when I started making French toast.
Maybe that's why
I
you
cooked
always
the
been
whole
cooking
bunch.
and
I
shit.
cooked the
Nigga
whole
always
bunch.
was cooking.
Yeah.
Nigga always was in that
I couldn't
kitchen.
cook shit.
Shit, that's why I could fast too.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you what.
There was times where I didn't eat, and then there was time, you know what I mean? So this is what I
Yeah, and that's
I cook
it.
now.
Kind of reverts back to what I was saying about kids today. Like they literally don't know what it feels like to be starving. I'm not saying all of them, but there's so many resources on top of parents providing, and you know what I'm saying.
A lot of help.
Yeah, like if there's no food in your house for 3 to 7 days, and you literally got to get it on your own at a teen or even younger. That's when CPS is involved, and you're getting removed. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. Like P said, our kids shouldn't know what that shit feels like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not taking away from the parents. Mom was working.
Yeah,
always
she did
working.
her thing.
Always was doing. You know what I mean? It's just times got hard. You know what I mean?
It's life,
not
man.
taking anything away. You know what I mean? We're all here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
sir.
So you know they did what they had
Shit,
to
I
do.
want a fried bologna sandwich right now.
Shit, I used to do them up. I used to do them up.
I remember them days with the sardines.
Damn.
Sardines and cracker
sardines
with
was banging.
some mustard on it.
Mustard.
With some
Nigga,
saltines.
what you know about sugar water?
Sugar water.
I mean,
See,
I had it, but I had it
Sugar
before. Hell
water.
yeah.
I just
No
rather have
Kool-Aid.
Order.
I couldn't do it without the Kool-Aid. I just
I'm
take
saying
that tap
we
water.
ain't have no Kool-Aid, and nigga wanted a sweet
Some
drink,
salt.
so you take some sugar and put it in the water.
Definitely no.
Remember the
lemons in it.
old
I
school?
just sacrificed
He
this.
said, "I'ma be thirsty."
Remember the
Fuck it.
old school? The powdered milk.
Ew.
You would just put added water
I
to
wouldn't do
it.
it, son. I
Yo.
wouldn't do it.
I couldn't do it neither. I used to see it. I ain't do it.
I mean, we had to do that
Mom tried to
at
get
some
slick
point in
and
my
mix
life.
it up, 50-50.
Yeah,
Saying
straight
she would
water.
Mix the milk all the time. My mom would mix the milk, right? And she swear it tastes the same. So you pour your bowl of cereal. You happy we got cereal? You take that first bite. You're like, I don't care how hungry you were. You
Got
wasn't
him.
finishing it. You was not finishing
that's
it.
That
not
shit was
it.
like a Fear Factor challenge.
Word.
It tastes the same. Eat it. Tastes the same. Like, Mom, no. It
Yo.
don't taste the same.
I remember one time when she because remember when she used to go grocery shopping, we used to get pumped up, nigga. We knew she was at the grocery store. We'd be home waiting for her to bring the motherfuckers back, right? So one time, New was babysitting us when we lived on Lewis Street, right? So when they left, we was in there making sandwiches, bologna sandwiches and shit, and they pulled up as we was getting ready to eat them, and I didn't want to eat the bologna sandwich.
I wanted that new shit.
Yeah, I wanted the new shit, and it was the bologna with the
wrapper on the end. I mean,
The red string.
That
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the black shits.
Oh,
And
the peppercorn.
shit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
when they pulled up, I said, "Fuck that!" And I took a fly off the fly
the
trap
thing and put it in
the bologna
Hold on,
sandwich.
listen to the story though. I
So
love it.
when they got up in the crib, I was like, nah, I don't want to eat this. There's a fly on it.
Yeah.
Mom was like,
My mom was like, fuck that. You gonna eat that.
Damn. He couldn't even take the fly out. She made the fly stay in there.
she took the fly right in the middle.
Nigga.
And I didn't eat the whole shit, but I had to take some bites
Yeah.
of it. But she wasn't dumb,
She
though.
like, you ain't slick,
She
nigga.
was like, how the fuck this dead fly get off the motherfucker and land on your sandwich?
Word, what you had your sandwich and you killed it with the sandwich, nigga?
I remember standing there like this.
Like, he gotta eat.
Damn.
That's why.
Damn, man.
I remember seeing him do this. I ain't eating this.
I ain't eating this.
Oh man.
Mom was like, you about to eat that.
Kids think they so smart, like parents don't know shit. You know what I mean?
Niggas probably crying, eating the sandwich.
That's what's up, man.
That's just
That's some
Pete,
funny
let me
shit.
ask you some real shit since we here. How does it feel to not ever really having a mature connection with your pops? Because we've talked about this off and on over the years and shit.
That shit was kind of tough, man. Like, you know, not having a father figure, you know what I mean, role model in my life and shit, you know, but my mom struggled and did her best and worked, you know what I mean, worked her hardest to raise me, as you know what I mean, as best as she could.
Yeah.
did good.
But, you know, having that father figure is always hard. You know, I'm not having that. And recently just finding out he just passed,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and not knowing him, I had a lot of resentment and shit for him. But getting the news that he passed is like almost like, you know, I was kind of upset. Like, damn, if I did want to get to know him,
Yeah.
if I did want to reconnect, just ask him questions. Now that possibility is gone, you know what I'm saying? So
It's tough, man.
but yeah, not having him around, you know, made me to the man that I am, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, a lot of regrets, a lot of resentments, you know what I mean? But that's why I'm here for my kids, you know what I'm saying?
There
Like,
you
just
go.
learning those lessons. And
What about you, Quest? You fucking, like, your pops was in and out, right?
Yeah. I
Did
mean,
time too, right?
Yeah, I didn't see him like in remembrance of interacting with him until I was in 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? He got locked when I was 2. Actually, the police went and grabbed him, guns pointed at him when he was with me.
Damn.
He was a gangster, you know? So, I mean, he was, you know, every other weekend when he got out, you know, battled his demons, you know, overcame them. But, I mean, he was always there to give me some real knowledge and real truth to always make sure I strayed far away as possible from his path. He was always adamant about that, and I thank him every day for that. You know what I'm saying?
that's dope.
Roy, that sounds similar. I mean, it reminds me of our situation because Dad wasn't there every day, but understanding a multi-family, like a multi-home family unit, now I better understand that he couldn't be in the same house. He couldn't see us every day. Yeah, so there were long periods of time that went by, but whenever we was in his presence, he would drop the illest jewels on you.
It was impactful. It was,
Always.
You know what I'm saying?
I think about that now a lot because the things that he would say and what he would teach is like there wasn't a lot of people around like that.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And when you get older, you appreciate it because, you know, you really can't appreciate things until you go through them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
you can say whatever beforehand, but once you go through them, it's always an outcome you can never even fathom. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So he would say things, and that's why to this day, like, I take after that part of his personality. You know what I mean? And that part of his personality has taken me to a lot of good places. You know what I mean? A lot of good places.
I can echo all of those sentiments too, man.
Word up.
Yeah.
Roy was always dropping some knowledge, man. Every time you see your pops, he always, you know what I mean? Kids, you know what I'm saying? He always has some jewels to drop, man.
I think that's where I get that shit from, like just being involved with mad kids in the town and just, I don't know, because I've always questioned, like, why the fuck do I want to help these badass kids, man? Even the ones that don't appreciate shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. I want to help them all. But why not? You know what I
It's
mean?
because we see ourselves in them kids.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's a mirror.
Shout out to our mamas, too, man.
Word up.
Salute.
Word, rest in
up,
peace,
mama?
Teresa.
Word up.
Word.
Word. She was a gangster. I remember she punched me in my motherfucking face with some rings, man. Oh, shit. And
Damn.
I fucked up, though, because what did I do? She was chasing me down Friendly Place.
Oh, you ran outside?
And I ran outside, and I was running from her, and she
You didn't
caught
know.
up with me, right? She got so close to me, I got scared.
It's gonna fall. He's gonna just fall. That's what you run by you.
I ain't proud of this, but I was scared, son. She was on my heels.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
He turned, ready, here you
I
go.
stopped, turned around, grabbed this little brick off the ground,
brick.
and held it
It
up
was like this.
Oh, you earned that, fam.
She was about to catch me, son.
Yo, I would have played dead. That's why I said fall down.
Nah, she was piecing me up in the crib, though. I'm trying to get away, and I'm faster than her, but she was on my heels, and she almost caught me on the side of the crib when I was ran out. Yeah, so it was a fucked up moment for me.
Look, this is crazy because I was always on the side. Like, I'm like, oh, why'd you do that?
Oh, yeah. Yo, you got the best seat in the house.
Why'd you do that? We all know that that's
Yo,
what
nigga,
happened. Oh my
I
God.
threw that fucking. She was like, "You bitch, you motherfucker, you! I'ma kill you!" And so I took that brick, I threw that shit on the ground and started running. Right by the time I got to the end of Friendly Place, my dog was coming out running after me. She let that nigga go. She said, "Take his ass with you too."
Oh, shit.
So for the whole day, I'm walking around Elmira with my motherfucking dog, nowhere to stay. I ain't want to go to my dad's, which I ended up doing anyway, because I was ashamed that I took the wrong course of action. You know what I mean? So I remember I was sitting on the park bench at Ernie Davis with my dog, man. We was sitting there just chilling, like hungry as a motherfucker, young, cold. Damn.
At times, wasn't even really that hard. But yo, because we can honestly
bad.
say,
Oh, shit.
like, we can honestly say,
I gotta get ready to boogie,
Yup.
fellas.
Yeah, me too.
we had a really good childhood. Though.
Yeah,
We had
it
a
was full of laughs and fun and-
you know, we had hard times, but man, growing up in Elmira, New York,
Bruh.
in our day and age,
We probably had more
Yo.
fun than the majority of.
listen,
I mean, than a lot of kids, because we wasn't loose, but we were able to experiment and experience, and we was out there, man.
grow up, JQ,
What time you got, Quest?
basketball.
1:30.
Yo, we got to get up out of here.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing, man.
This was
Yes,
dope.
indeed.
We got to do it again,
Yes,
yo.
yes.
Hit the road. I gotta hit the road.
Love ya.
Peace.
Easy.
Peace.